Crazy things teachers did. This teacher said he has a thing he does whenever he loses control of his class. He grabs a stapler and says, "Anyone want to put a staple in my hand? The physical pain would be nothing compared to how I feel right now, when all I want to do is help you guys reach your full potential, but you don't care." Somebody then usually doubts his seriousness and says, "Yeah, I'll put a staple in your hand." That's when he walks up to their desk, puts the stapler down, and puts his hand down and says, "Do it." The students usually give a nervous giggle and they pretend to do it, but they never do. Well, one day he did this little stunt again, and a student was like, "Yes, mister, I'll put a staple in your hand." He brings a stapler over, puts his hand down, and the student actually staples his hand. He didn't freak out or anything. He calmly looked at his hand, asked, "Did that really happen?" Pulled the staple out while blood trickled down, and he said, "Are we done? Can I go back to teaching now?" All the students were completely shocked. The kid that did it felt so bad that he stapled his own hand at the end of class. This person saw the craziest thing in a waiting room. This guy took his dad to a doctor's appointment at the hospital. His dad was taken to go get some x-rays. So while he was waiting, he went to the vending machine. That's when he heard some commotion. He turned around to see what was going on, and that's when he saw a moose standing in the waiting room staring at the receptionist.
It's looking at me. It's looking at me.
Security was called, and when they got there, they obviously did not know what to do. Everyone just stood around for about 10 to 15 minutes, until the moose decided to walk out of the building on its own. Crazy things teachers said to students. The guy that shared this story said that when he was in 4th grade, his teacher told him something that freaked him out. You see that, Kyle? That's the sun, right? Is that the sun? Yes, that's the sun. Well, the crazy thing about the sun is, Kyle, by the time you turn 25, the sun's gonna explode, and it's gonna kill you and kill everyone you know. As a 4th grader, he had never thought about death before, but after that conversation, he was having an existential crisis, and his dad saw him crying. "What's wrong, man?"
My teacher said that when I turn 25, the sun is gonna explode and kill me and everyone that I know. Is that true, Dad?
She told you that? No. Don't worry about it, buddy, okay? It's not gonna happen. Yeah, I'm sorry to be calling you so late, but did you tell my kid that the sun is gonna explode and kill everybody when he turns 25? Yeah? Don't do that. And the next day when that kid went to school, she apologized. He will regret this for the rest of his life. This guy's sister was murdered 3 years ago. 2 weeks before her murder, she left him a voicemail. "Call me back when you can, but I'm scared to go home right now, and I've been scared for a while, and I think someone's after me. But I was wondering if I could please come and live with you, please." He lived across the country from his sister. Well, his sister had a history of substance abuse, and he thought she was calling for money again. Well, he didn't really want her around his newborn baby, so he never called her back. Then he heard the news that she was killed. He could have stopped it. If he would have booked her a flight and let her live with him, this would have never happened. He has held this guilt ever since, and his mom says that she will never forgive him. This girl is the worst. The guy that shared the story said it was halfway through his freshman year of high school. He didn't have any friends and he was bullied fairly often. He sat in the back of every single class he was in and he stayed quiet most of the time. That's why he was confused when suddenly this popular girl started talking to him. Steven, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm Kayla. After about a week of flirting with him, she asked for his number. A few days after that, they were walking down the hallway together when she led him to a stairwell that was rarely used. Come with me. When they got in the stairwell, he just stood there, and then she leaned in for a kiss. But right before they made contact, she spit in his face. Oh, God! That's when a bunch of her friends popped out of nowhere. What a loser! Gabba-dooba habba-gibba. Like I'd ever kiss you. This is hilarious. This person said that when he was 6 years old, he was hanging out with his little 3-year-old brother when he told him something to mess with him. Hey, you see that? Yeah? That's a TV. And you see all those people on the TV? Yeah. Well, you see, those people are actually stuck inside the TV. They got sucked in because they were sitting too close to the screen. What? For a month after that, whenever the TV was turned on, this kid would lose his mind, trying to get as far away as he can from the TV. Come on, kids, let's watch a movie. The parents eventually found out why their youngest son was terrified of the TV, and it took a very long time to get him to not be scared. Black markets kids ran in their schools. This kid went to a military high school, and Wi-Fi wasn't allowed in the dorms. Now, the only place on campus that had Wi-Fi was the student center. So this dude got a brilliant idea. He bought a Wi-Fi repeater and set it up next to his window. That's when he realized he got just enough signal from the student center to boost it to his entire dorm. And this is how his business started. He charged people $10 a week to keep the password. He even kept an Excel sheet with everyone's device on there, and if they paid or not. Payment was due every Thursday because that was the day they would get their allowance from their parents. And if they didn't pay by Friday, he would blacklist their devices. At one point, he was making $200 a week, and he was never caught. This babysitter is so mad. This person is 20 years old, and she's a babysitter. One night, she was babysitting this one family's kids while the parents went out. The mom left money on the counter for them to order pizzas and breadsticks. The pizza and the breadsticks were delivered, they all ate, she had a few slices, and that was that. When the parents came home that night, they asked her how it went. Hi, okay, so how did everything go? I hope they didn't give you too much trouble. Everything went perfect. The kids were well behaved. That pizza place, though, was so good. I've never gotten food from there before. What? When she said that about the pizza, the mom got puzzled. She then asked, why did you eat the kids' dinner? I only had 2 slices and a breadstick. I think that's okay, right? No, not really okay. I didn't expect to have to feed you as well. Don't eat our family's food, please. Okay, have a good night. What? The worst Christmas gifts ever. This woman says that one Christmas when she was about 25, she went home for the holidays. It was Christmas Day and she was with her entire family opening up presents. Her aunt hands her a gift. And this is for Carla, from me, your aunt. Oh, thank you so much, Aunt Jenny. She opens up the gift, and she was surprised to see that it was baby clothes. A lot of baby clothes. The thing is, she wasn't pregnant. She was single. She didn't look like she was pregnant, and she had never talked about having children. So she couldn't understand why her aunt would give her baby clothes. But she just went along with it. Thank you so much. I think they're going to be great. Let me know if they don't fit, and I'll exchange them for the right size. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. The worst Christmas gifts ever. This girl's dad had just gotten remarried to a woman who had 3 kids of her own. And it was the first Christmas they were all spending together. It was her dad, her new stepmom, and her 3 new step-siblings. Well, on Christmas morning, everyone was handed a gift, and the step-siblings opened theirs first. Oh my god, a new laptop. Oh my god, me too, I got a laptop too. Hey, a laptop. Yo, what's up? Now that her 3 step-siblings went, it was her turn to open her gift. And since her gift was shaped the same as theirs, she was assuming she was getting a laptop as well. So she opened it. I'm pretty sure I know what mine is. It wasn't a laptop. Instead, it was a $25 McDonald's gift card that her stepmom put in a laptop-shaped box. I know how much you love McDonald's. Alright everyone, enjoy your new gifts. This stepmom is the worst. So the person that shared this story said that his stepmom has always hated him. When he was younger, she would tell his dad to not bring him on family trips because he wasn't a part of their family. That's weird. Anyway, during the time that his dad was married to this woman, this kid was obsessed with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Well, on his birthday, he had asked his dad and his stepmom for tickets to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, as they were going to be in his town in mid-December. Fast forward to November, and he reiterated that he really wanted to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra in mid-December. Well, the day of the concert came and went. He obviously did not get to go. Fast forward a week or two to Christmas Day. He was opening up a gift from his stepmother. It was an extra-large t-shirt that said Trans-Siberian Orchestra on it.
Yeah, I took your dad to see the concert a couple weeks ago. I remembered that you loved this band, so we got you a shirt. Enjoy it.
You are a horrible woman. This dude accidentally ruined Christmas. The guy that shared this story has a wife and 2 young children. It was a couple days before Christmas, and he was kind of groggy. He was partying with his neighbor the night before. Well, it was garbage day, and he was taking out the trash. He went back inside through the garage, and he noticed that there were 2 more big black garbage bags. So he took those out and threw them in the trash as well. The garbage truck came, and that was that. Well, fast forward to Christmas Eve. His wife had asked him,
Hey Doug, have you seen the kids' Christmas gifts?
No, where did you put them last?
I had all of their gifts in a big garbage bag in the garage, but they're not there.
That's right. He had accidentally thrown away every single Christmas gift that was meant for his kids. And like I said, it was now Christmas Eve.
You better go out and figure this out.
Okay. Everything was closed, except for 7-Eleven. So what did he do? He bought a bunch of stuff from 7-Eleven. He brought that home, and that's what his kids got for Christmas the next morning. To this day, those kids refer to that one Christmas as the year Santa forgot their gifts and instead brought them candy and lottery tickets. Tips to save your life if you're ever being kidnapped. First obvious tip is to fight back. If someone is trying to kidnap you, you should obviously try to hit them in the face. Make a fuss, a lot of noise. Try to get the attention of people around you. Instead of yelling help, shout fire! Fire! There's a fire! People seem to respond to that pretty frantically. If you're in a moving car and you're able to open the door, just jump out in a populated area. You might break your arm or your leg, but at least somebody will see you doing it. Or you can just crash the car. Grab the steering wheel and yank it. But again, do it in a populated area. Yes, you might be hurt, but like I said, there's people around. They could save you. Now, if you're locked in the trunk, feel around for a release latch. Some cars have them, and you can escape that way. If you can't find the release latch, try to find the wires connected to the taillights. Pull those out. That will cause the back lights to go out, and it increases the chances of your captor being pulled over by the police. And that's a good thing. Anyway, best of luck out there. I hope none of you get kidnapped. But if you do, now you know. Did this guy do anything wrong? So the guy that shared the story said that he was on a business trip. The trip was over and he was at the airport to take a flight home to his fiancée. As he was waiting to board the plane, a Delta employee called him up to the stand. Hi, Carl? Yeah, what's up? So we overbooked this plane by a lot. Delta is offering you $2,000 if you skip this flight. Really? Let me just check with my fiancée. Hold on one second. Take your time. He looked out the window and he noticed the clouds getting pretty dark. He thought to himself, maybe the flight would get canceled anyway. I should take this money for sure. He called his fiancée, she didn't answer. He texted her, she didn't answer. So he made the decision on his own. He took that $2,000 and he booked another flight for the next day. Well, his fiancée was livid. She said she couldn't believe he would choose money over her. He tried to explain to her that the flight was going to get canceled anyway, and she should be excited and happy that they have an extra $2,000 now, but she didn't care. She remained mad for a while. Did he do the wrong thing, or was his fiancée being crazy? Let me know. This mom's plan backfired. One day, this mom overheard her daughter and her friends complaining about one of their teachers. The mom wanted to chime in. Hey girls! I overheard your conversation. I think I have an idea to mess with your teacher a little bit. She explained the plan, and the girls were in. They crushed up a bunch of laxatives, and they put them in cookie dough. They baked a bunch of cookies, put them on a plate, and the daughter left it on her teacher's desk with a note on it that said, "We made these just for you." Carla, you and your mom made these for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, we hope you enjoy them. Well, unfortunately, my doctor said I can't have sugar for the time being, so you know what? I'm gonna give these out to you guys. What? The teacher then passed these cookies out to all of the students in the class. Apparently, there was so much laxative in these cookies that it didn't take long for students to start feeling the effects. Oh God, oh God. Carla? Let's have a chat. Carla eventually cracked under pressure and spilled the beans, and Carla's mom was sentenced to 50 hours of community service. Weird things teachers made students do. One day in 6th grade, this kid got to his math class before everybody else. It was just him and the teacher for a few minutes, and he was kind of anxious, so he was sitting there kind of jittery, but minding his own business. The teacher then noticed he was jittery, and this is what she did. Hi, I want you to stand up right now, please. Okay. Now I want you to dance. Just dance right there in your spot. Just dance. What do you mean? Start dancing. Can you at least put some music on or something for me? No. And so he stood there and he was dancing. He had no idea why he was doing this, but students were walking down the hall looking at him so weird. What the heck? Can I please stop dancing now? No! And then finally, the bell rang. Okay, now you can stop. Thanks. He told his parents what happened and they were super pissed. His mom went to the school the next day and chewed this teacher out in front of the principal. This woman had been dating this guy for a few months, and the first time she stayed over at his house, she wanted to take a shower in the morning. but she noticed there wasn't any towels in the bathroom.
Steven?
Yo, what's up?
There's no towels in here. Can I have a towel, please?
Oh, yeah, sure, 1 second. Here.
Thanks.
She noticed that the towel he gave her was obviously super dirty, and it smelled horribly.
Steven!
Yeah, what's up?
Can I have a clean towel, please? This one's dirty.
What do you mean? No, that's clean.
It's definitely dirty. It's fine, though. Just get me a new towel.
Okay, fine. Here.
Thank you. Dude, this one's dirty, too. Did you wash these?
What are you talking about? You don't need to wash towels. Every time you shower, they clean themselves because they're getting wet. It's like the same thing as a washing machine.
So you never wash your towels?
Never. My mom did the same thing.
What? That is nasty. That is nasty. This is not gonna work. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go shower at my own place.
Okay, have a good day. Smells fine. This lady thinks she did nothing wrong. Her husband has been working very hard at his job, and he finally got a huge promotion, and she's so proud of him. Her husband's parents are super proud too, and they wanted to take everyone out to dinner to celebrate. Well, there's this prime rib place that her husband absolutely loves, so that's what he chose. But the thing is, this lady says she's not a big fan of steak. She'll eat it, but very rarely. She said she prefers chicken or fish. Well, it was the night of the dinner, and she looked up the menu before leaving. The place only had 1 fish entree and 2 chicken entrees, and none of them sounded good to her. So she asked him,
Hey, I was thinking maybe you can pick a different place so that, all of us can eat.
"We never go to this place. It's my favorite. Can't you just ask the server to prepare the food in a way you like?"
I don't want to annoy the servers and the kitchen staff.
"Well, how about you order a dessert while we all eat our entrees, and then after dinner, I'll take you to some place that you like."
No, I'm just gonna stay home. You go.
"Can you please just deal with it and go? I want to celebrate with everyone that I love."
I'm not going, I'm sorry. But you and the kids should leave now. I don't want you to be late.
So her husband and the kids left, but they came back only 30 minutes later with bags of packaged food. She asked them why they were back so soon. He said he felt weird about her not going to the restaurant, so he ordered the food to go and just talked to his parents in the parking lot for a little bit. He was very sad, and he went to bed a little angry. She thinks she did nothing wrong. I think she was being incredibly selfish. How about you? Craziest things found in fast food. A lady from Virginia was eating McDonald's with her son. They were having a great time, snacking on some chicken, and as she was about to take another bite, her son screams, "Don't eat that!" And when she looks down, she sees that there's a severed chicken head in her food. Completely disturbed, she calls McDonald's. Well, McDonald's offers to give her 2 weeks of free meals. She politely declined, and then she sued McDonald's for $100,000. Secrets people are taking to the grave. When this guy was a kid, he went to the Family Dollar with his mom and a few of his cousins. They went off to do their own thing, and he was in the toy aisle. He started flinging marbles across the floor. He stopped, and then 2 minutes later, he hears a crash, and a woman scream, "Somebody help this man!" He went to go check it out. When he got to where the commotion was coming from, he saw a group of people standing around a man who had fallen off of a ladder. He was seizing, and there was blood everywhere. His mom then whisked him and his cousins away, and they left the store. Well, the next time they were at the Family Dollar, they asked one of the cashiers what had happened.
Hi, yeah, so my son and I were in here a few weeks ago. What happened to that man who fell down? When he fell off the ladder, he hit his head, and sadly he passed away. Oh my god, how did he fall? We found out later that he had accidentally set his ladder on top of a marble, made the whole thing a bit wobbly, and he fell off. It's crazy. If that marble wasn't there, he would be alive today.
The craziest things people gave to Goodwill. Welcome to Goodwill, how can I help you? Hi, yes, I want to donate this box of stuff, please. Of course, yeah, we can just, we'll get this all sorted away for you, and then... Damn, she's quick. Well, later that day, they were going through the box of stuff she donated. It was mostly normal stuff, but there was one thing in it that was super weird. Yo, what the heck? Steven, come here. Hey, yo, what's up, Sync? Look at this. Yo, dude, this is someone's ashes. It was somebody's ashes. A cremated person. And on the box, it said Gregory. I think that lady gave her dead husband to us. When something like this happens, they call corporate, and they're supposed to send someone to take care of it. Well, no one came, and days passed. They ended up putting Gregory on a shelf in the office. Gregory has become a part of the work family. Whenever there's a new employee, the first thing they do is introduce them to Greg. Whenever something strange happens in the store, they blame it on Greg. He says they all truly love Greg. That's crazy. Harmless but funny ways to mess with people. The next time you go into an elevator, don't turn around. Just walk to the back wall and stay there. The next time you're having a conversation with somebody, look at their chin the entire time. So anyway, my earlobe was really kind of feeling weird, and then I called the doctor and he told me that, what are you looking at? What is going on? What do you mean? I'm looking at your eyes. Anyway, back to your earlobe. No, you're not, man. You're looking at my chin or something. What's going on? I'm looking at your eyes, idiot. What happened with your earlobe? And then just keep doing that until they get very mad. It'll probably be walk into a butcher shop and do this. Hey, what can I do for you? Yeah, I'm in a bit of a hurry, but can I take 2 pounds of the most human tasting meat that you have? I don't know what you mean. Like a meat you have that tastes close to human? I don't know. Are you f***ing with me? You know what? I'll just take pastrami. That'll be fine. And last but not least, the next time you're sitting in a porta potty or a 1-toilet bathroom and someone knocks, just tell them to come on in. They probably won't, but they'll be super uncomfortable. This guy's boss is the worst. The guy who shared this story is an older man, and he worked in a warehouse. Well, his boss made this rule. Employees could only have 20 minutes of bathroom breaks a week. That's 4 minutes a day. Well, this man thought it was ridiculous, so he went to talk to his supervisor, who, keep in mind, was much younger than him. I wanted to talk to you about the bathroom rule. I was wondering if I could have an exception. I can't do that, I'm sorry. You realize I'm an older man, right? It takes me longer to go to the bathroom. I really don't want to talk about this right now. I can't change the rule, so I don't know what to say. I don't want to talk about this right now. Do you want me to write you up? Have a good life. I quit. Fine, go. Well, as he was walking out, about 10 of his coworkers asked him what happened. When he told them, they were super mad, and they walked out with him. A couple minutes later, alrighty guys, we have 2 hours left in the day. I hope we're making progress. Where is everyone? About half the staff walked out with Carl. I think they all quit. Oh my god, I'm screwed. She explained the situation to her bosses, and they weren't happy with her. She was fired, and all the other guys got their job back. Oh, and the bathroom rule? Yeah, they changed that. The craziest things kids did in school. The person that sent me the story said that when he was in high school, there was this English teacher that everyone hated. She always gave the hardest homework assignments ever. No one could ever find out the correct answers. She would also insult all of her students for being stupid every day. Well, they went to the principal to complain, but the principal never did anything about it. So, they took matters into their own hands. There was a girl in their class who had asthma. So he talked to her. Stacy.
Yeah?
I have a plan, okay? So you know how Mrs. Johnson sucks?
I hate her so freaking bad.
Tomorrow, I need you to purposefully leave your inhaler in your locker, okay? And if you have an asthma attack, just ask her if you can go get it.
Kyle, it's happening.
Ask her.
I forgot my inhaler in my locker. Can I go get it, please? No. You had plenty of time before class to remember your inhaler, so just deal with it for now, okay?
An ambulance had to be called and she was taken to the hospital. School and that girl's parents found out that that teacher refused to let her get her inhaler. They pressed charges, she was fired, and she went to jail. This guy was angry for years. We're gonna call him Patrick. Well, 29 years ago, when Patrick was in 3rd grade, he was sitting at a lunch table with some other kids. In the middle of lunch, Patrick pulls out a small bag of carrots. That's when another kid, let's call him Jimmy, looks at him and says, "Look everyone, Patrick's a carrot boy." And for some reason, that incident really stuck with him. Nobody ever brought it up again. All throughout high school and into adulthood, he built up this anger, this raging anger. And whenever he ate carrots, the memory would pop up. Carrot boy! Well, a year or two ago, as a full-grown adult, there's an impromptu high school reunion. He decided to go. He gets there, he has a few drinks, he eats some food, but that's when he notices Jimmy. I don't know. That old anger welled up. That's when he saw a plate of carrots sitting out. He grabs the plate of carrots, he ran over to Jimmy, and... I guess I'm still carrot boy, huh? I'm still carrot boy? Bro, you good? What are you talking about? Carrot boy, remember? You called me carrot boy and you were all laughing at me in 3rd grade? Guess I'm still carrot boy. I'm sorry? I mean, I don't know what to say. They had all forgotten about it. 7 of his old classmates unfriended him on Facebook. And Jimmy blocked him on everything. The weirdest compliments people received. This woman was stopped on the street by a stranger. Hey, excuse me. Yeah? I just wanted to say that I love your cheekbones. You look like an elf. Thank you. This person also got a weird compliment. Hey bro, this is Jack. Hey, what's up, man? Jack, nice to meet you. I'm Carl. Oh man, what? Let me see that. You have an awesome left ear. Thank you, man. That's really nice of you to say. This girl was on a date. Hi, Steven, right? Stacy, you look different than in your pictures. Well, I hope that's a good thing. Oh, no, it's good. You look like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. But in a cute way. Like a cute Gollum. And last but not least, have you ever been complimented by your dentist? Well, this dude has. Buddy, your oral cavity is amazing to work with. There's so much space in here.
Oh, thank you.
Listen up, because this story is awesome. A few years ago, when this woman was 16 years old, she had lost her left leg in an accident. And she's been using a prosthetic leg ever since. She's now about 22 years old. Well, her family was very well off, so the prosthetic leg she had was very advanced. She can pretty much do anything she wants with this prosthetic leg. But she has issues when it comes to anything regarding balance. So, in places like trains and buses, she needs to sit down. Well, one day she was riding a train. Yeah, miss, you need to move out of that seat right now. I need it, and you should not be sitting there. I'm sorry, but I actually need this seat myself. Lazy child, you are more than capable of standing. Yeah, miss, you gotta get up. She's an old lady. Yeah, you gotta get up. At that point, she had had enough, and pulled up her left pant leg. Well, why don't you both look at this? I don't have a leg. Yep, I'm out. The old woman's face got very red, and she was incredibly embarrassed. After that, she got off at the next stop. Is this product worth it? Alright guys, listen up. So, I was skeptical about this at first. I don't have an Apple Watch. I don't want to spend the money on one. So I bought this. It's got all this good stuff on here. You can scroll through the different faces. Look at all the apps. The same as an Apple Watch. Now, I'm not saying that this is, better than the Apple Watch, because it's probably not. But if you want a smartwatch and you don't want to pay all that money, this is legit. It's down here if you want to check it out. This is legit. At this person's high school, every single teacher and administrator at the school had the exact same desk. Well, a group of seniors wanted to pull a prank. It was a 9-person crew, and they broke into the school on the night of March 31st. Once they were in the school, they went into every single teacher and administrator's office or classroom. They removed the center drawer from all of the desks and replaced the drawers with another teacher's drawer. Keep in mind, there are 75 faculty members at this school. Once these kids were done with their prank, every single desk drawer had been swapped with another. Well, the next day was April 1st, and it was absolute chaos. Wait a minute, this is not my stuff. Why is my stuff different?
Oh, my allergies are acting up today. Good thing I keep an extra inhaler in my drawer. What is this? I don't even watch baseball.
Hey, Steven, you said you're a baseball fan, right? Check this out. Whose inhaler is this? Like I said, chaos. This kid got some petty revenge. This guy said it happened in 7th grade. He was in class and there was a test. Now this guy was very smart. He always studied and he did very well in school. Well, on this day, everyone had to grab a test off the desk to take back to their seats to complete. Now there was a kid in that class who had been copying his tests for a few months now, and this was the day he was gonna get payback. So when he went up to grab his test, he grabbed 2 of them. He sat down and he started filling in one of the tests with wrong answers. And just like he had guessed, the kid next to him started copying his work. Well, what the cheater didn't know was that that kid was also simultaneously putting the correct answers into the second test he got. The cheater then turned his test in first. Here you go, all finished. The kid then looked at the cheater and crumpled up the first test. What are you doing? That was the decoy test. This is my real test. Good luck failing this class, idiot. Miss, I'm done. Oh, God. He obviously failed the test, and nobody ever cheated off this kid ever again. The girl that shared this story said that one Friday night in high school, she was chilling in her room when her boyfriend sent her a text. The text was him asking her to pick him up from his house. A little backstory here, her boyfriend was the quarterback of their football team. Anyway, she gets in her car and she drives there. When she gets to his house, not only did he walk out, but 4 of his best friends walked out as well, and they all got into her car. So where are we going? 4276 Mingle Lane. And step on it! Yeah, step on it! What's with his mask? Take the mask off, Carl! You look stupid! Go. So she drives to this address. When she pulled up, there was obviously a party going on there. Her boyfriend and his friends get out of the car and they rush inside. That house was the house of their high school's rival football team's quarterback. Her boyfriend and her friends ran in and beat the crap out of him. After they beat him up, they ran back to the car. Go, go, skabadoopapanka! The boyfriend then snitched on everybody that was in the car, even his girlfriend. They all got arrested and they all had to go to court. This story's kind of messed up. This girl shared that her little sister is 11 years old and she's the golden child. Her parents love her little sister. They'll do anything for her. Every time it's her little sister's birthday, the parents go all out. But when it's her birthday, the parents tend to forget or claim that they don't have enough money to throw her any party. Well, this year she wanted to throw herself a party. So she babysat. She mowed lawns. She got money any way possible because she was gonna pay for her own party. Even got herself her own customized cake. It was the night before the party and everything was ready to go. She noticed that the cake she got for herself had a giant piece missing.
Dad? Why is there a piece missing from my cake?
Oh, your sister was crying about it. She wanted a slice, so I just cut her off a little piece. It's fine. Your friends won't notice.
My friends won't notice. Dad, what is your problem? I paid for everything. This is my birthday.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You paid for this entire party, so you can do whatever you want. Don't be a brat. She canceled her birthday party. She didn't want to have it at her house anymore because she was so mad at her family. Her friends thought that that was stupid. They said that she should have just had it anyway. But she was just so mad at her parents and her little sister that she said she wouldn't even have been able to have a good time at her own party. This story is super weird. This woman is the manager of a clothing store in the mall. And on this particular day, she was working the night shift. The mall closed at 10 p.m. She had to stay till 11:30 because she was counting inventory. Well, it was 11:30 and she was walking out of the mall to the parking garage. The parking garage was eerily empty, and she couldn't find her car anywhere, when suddenly out of nowhere an old homeless man pops out from around a corner. "Are you looking for your car?" To avoid any problems, she said yes, and she started following him. They walk up the stairs to the second floor of the parking garage. There's about 10 other cars parked on this level, but this homeless guy walks up to her car specifically and says, "Yep, here it is." He also says, "By the way, you're very low on motor oil. It's not safe. Have a good night." How did he know what kind of car she drove? She got in the car, sat down, and turned it on. And just like the homeless man said, her car was low on motor oil. A creepy encounter with a stranger. A few years ago, this guy was visiting his girlfriend who had just moved to New York. They had a wonderful long weekend, but now it was coming to an end. They were riding the subway together, and it finally got to her stop. He was gonna stay on the subway and ride the train to the bus station so he can go home. After they say their goodbyes, his girlfriend stands up to exit through the doors. At the same time that she stood up, however, a very large man also stands up and walks directly behind her. This guy waves to his girlfriend as she gets off the train. The large man then looks at him, points to his girlfriend, and mouths the words, "I'm going to kill her." He freaked out. He got up to chase after his girlfriend, but the doors shut in his face. He had no cell service in the subway either. At the next stop, he sprinted through the subway doors, took the escalator up to the street. He then ran 14 blocks to his girlfriend's apartment and stayed with her that night. Luckily, nothing bad ever happened. The Earth is very close to a lithium shortage, and the shortage could happen as early as 2025. This is because the demand for lithium is skyrocketing. Lithium is needed to make electric vehicles, and as the demand for electric vehicles increases, so does the demand for lithium. So you can see where the problem comes in. It is projected that by 2030, global demand will exceed over 3 million metric tons, which is crazy considering the amount of lithium the world produced in 2021 was only 540,000 metric tons. This is where LIFT comes in. LIFT is a dynamic mineral exploration powerhouse, which is focused on acquiring, exploring, and developing lithium projects in Canada. I'd keep an eye on this if I were you. The purpose of this video is to bring awareness, because this is all in its very early stages. This video is sponsored and brought to you by EQ, and let me tell you, it's gonna be huge. Things you can do in a lucid dream. As we all know, a lucid dream is a dream in which you know you are dreaming, and therefore you can do whatever you want. Well, here are some fun things that I like to do when I'm having a lucid dream. I like to make a door appear right in front of me. Just any old door. I then like to walk through the door and see where my brain takes me. Obviously, I really enjoy flying. It's one of the best things to do. You can also shapeshift in a lucid dream. Turn into any animal, TV character, or person that you want. One thing that a lot of people don't know is you can actually practice skills in a lucid dream. Even sports. This is the craziest thing. Talking to dream characters. Random people that your brain places in your dream. It's said that talking to a dream character is like talking to your subconscious mind. This app has taught countless people how to lucid dream. If you want it, go here and then here to get it. This is the craziest story ever. When this girl was 6 years old, she was at Dairy Queen with her mom and her brothers. Well, her mom had to change the baby's diaper. So she went up to a guy sitting by himself at one of the tables and she asked, "Hi, yeah, I have to go change my baby's diaper. Can you just watch my 2 kids for me, please?" Yeah, that's totally fine. The mom had seen this man around before, and he seemed nice, so she thought it was safe to leave her kids with him. She got done changing the baby's diaper, got the kids from this man, got their ice cream, and went home. Well, a few weeks later, they were watching the news. This just in, a child murderer has been arrested and charged with 6 counts of first-degree murder. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Turn it up, honey. His name is Brock Popovich, and this is what he looks like. That's right, the man that she left her kids with that day at Dairy Queen turned out to be a murderer. Needless to say, they all got very lucky that day. Hey Chad, what do you want, Kyle? I'm not in the mood today. I don't give a crap what mood you're in, buddy. I'm not your buddy, Kyle. Oh, I know. Remember what you did to me 2 years ago at that school dance? No? You pushed me on the ground, you forced me to eat 6 chocolate chip cookies, and you slapped me in the face with a piece of lunch meat. Yeah. Oh yeah. Can I just go now? No. You know what happens next, Chad. No. Yeah. Don't slap me. I have to. No. My mom saw you at the pet store last night with your mom. Were you getting a goldfish? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna slap you so hard that your goldfish will feel it in his tank. Hey bro, so I think I'm gonna ask Stacy to the dance. Bro, good for you, dude. You deserve it. But you might want to act quick because, look, no, they call me Mr. Suave. No, I'm kidding. But I am suave though. I'm super suave. Let's just say I lift about, 110 on a good day. You know what? I'm going up there. Hey Stacy. Oh, hey Kyle. What are you doing? What are you doing here, loser? Stacy, quick question. Are you inflatable? No. Why? Oh, did you hear that, Chad? She's not your type. I only bought one of those dolls and it was a joke. Yeah, right. You're just saying that in front of Stacy because you hate me. Oh, no. I'm not saying I hate you. What I'm saying is if you were dying, I would unplug your life support to charge my phone. Stacy, you, me, dance Friday? What do you say? I will see you there. Bye, Stacy. Weird things people did as kids. When this girl was around 6 years old, she lived in England. And for some reason, she thought that the Queen of England installed tiny cameras in her bathroom to make sure she was being a proper lady while she used the facilities. So every time she used the bathroom, she made sure to sit up straight, fold the toilet paper neatly, and say, "Thank you, Miss Queen," after she had finished. Well, what a weird kid. But hey, if I thought the Queen was watching me poop, I'd have done the same thing. This person's dad is wild. When this kid was 6 years old, he went to the gas station with his father. They were very low on gas. So low, in fact, that the car ran out of gas right when they pulled up to the pump. When he got inside to pay, he realized, oh my gosh, I forgot my wallet. Okay. The thing is, I ran out of gas, so I can't leave here. Dad? Hold on, buddy. Can you just put $20 on the pump? I'll fill it up. I'll be right back with the money, though. Okay, but how do I know that you're not just gonna take the free gas and never come back? Like, I'll leave my kid here, okay? I'll leave my kid here with you. I'll go get the money, come back, and I'll take my kid, all right? My kid is collateral. Dad, no. All right, fine, yeah. Okay, I'll be back. The dad eventually came back, but that kid wasn't sure for a second. He was stranded at this gas station with a strange man for over an hour. Needless to say, he was terrified. This person had terrible luck. Years ago, this person broke his right foot. Call an ambulance. My foot's broken. After going to the hospital and weeks of having his foot in a boot, he was leaving the last appointment at the orthopedics office with his boot off and his 2 feet healthy and free. Finally, he was walking to his car when he suddenly tripped. And believe it or not, he broke his other foot. He had to go to the hospital, get his foot in a boot, and do this situation all over again. This is the weirdest kid ever. The person that shared this story said that there was a weird kid that went to their high school. It was a very big high school, more than 3,000 students. If anyone said anything to this kid that he didn't like, he would stare at you dead in the eyes and recite your address. Can you hurry up, Steven? I want to use the water fountain too. 4776 West Branch Avenue. Steven, no sleeping in class. 417 Billiards Lane. Yo, Steven. Nice hat, idiot. Your parents are divorced, right? Yeah, why do you care? Your mom's house, 716 Burroughs Drive. Your dad's house, 524 Concrete Lane. No one knows how he got these addresses, but he knew everyone's. After high school, no one ever saw him or heard from him ever again. Black markets kids ran in their schools, a follower submission. When this kid was in 5th grade, him and his friend were hanging out outside when they came across a mysterious bush. This is what happened. Yo, Billy, come here, man. Hey, what's up, Reggie? You find that squirrel? Nah, look at this. It's berries. Yo, bro, eat one. Heck no, bro, I have a better idea. Get some Ziploc bags. Him and his friend then put as many berries as they could into Ziploc bags. They took them to school and sold them for $1 a berry behind a baseball field fence. They made about $150, but they didn't realize until later that these berries could have been poisonous and students could have gotten very sick. That's crazy. My favorite comebacks. Hey Chad, come here. Dude, I know Chad used to bully you, but you've been really hard on him the past few weeks. I don't care, Steven. Get out of my face. Kyle, I'm done with this, man. I don't want to deal with you anymore. You think I wanted to deal with you all those years? No, man. But what you're doing proves that you're no better than I am. You're the same as me. We're the same. We are not the same. Hey, Chad, if your parents got divorced, would they just go back to being brother and sister? My parents aren't related, you idiot. Yeah, right. If you were any more inbred, you'd be a sandwich. Speaking of sandwich, what'd you bring for lunch today? A sandwich? Well, I'm gonna slap you so hard that your sandwich will turn into a salad. Check your lunchbox. How did you do? Black markets kids ran in their schools, a follower submission. When this kid was in high school, he was in the auto shop class, where you learn how to fix and work on cars. Well, he was the teacher's best student. And there was an extra bay in the shop. So the teacher allowed him to use that bay for his projects and his assignments. He then had an idea. He decided that he and his friends would open up an oil change and tire rotation business in the school's extra bay in that classroom. They serviced most of the teacher's cars, and they would post their flyers around town, and actual residents of the neighborhood would come in to get their cars serviced by them as well. They had somebody working the oil change station every day from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., and they were doing a ton of oil changes every single day. Because of this hustle, they made over $250,000 in 3 years, and are now looking to start and open up their own garage. The dumbest ways people made money. This woman needed some extra money, so she went on Craigslist. She saw an ad that said, "Allow me to film you shaving your head. The pay, $600.
I am definitely interested.
She then met up with this dude in a parking lot somewhere, and he filmed her shaving her head. And she made $600. Up next, this kid and his friend were 12 years old. They were walking to 7-Eleven when a car comes out of nowhere and hits his friend. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? This kid's friend wasn't hurt at all. He wasn't even hit that hard, but this guy was tweaking. Don't call the cops, okay? What do you want? Anything. 20 bucks? 20 bucks each. Okay, fine. Yeah, here. 20 and 20. Okay, we good? Honestly, they should have asked for way more. When this kid was 10 years old, he lived next to this woman who had a pet parrot. This woman worked all the time, and the parrot was alone most of the day. Well, this lady was worried that her parrot was lonely and depressed. So she paid this 10-year-old kid 25 bucks every day after school to go into her house and read her parrot a story. And then the princess poisoned all of the elves in the city until they all died. I bet you like that story. Craziest coworkers ever. This person used to work an office job, and he said he had this one coworker. At first glance, this guy was very normal, and he was super good at his job. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, Carl, how you doing? Hey, great job on that report last week, man. Stephen, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, one day they were all working when they heard police sirens and noticed police were parked outside the building. That one coworker then stood up and said, I'm pretty sure the cops are here for me, so I'm gonna go out there and talk to them. He left the building and he was arrested on sight. Turns out this guy unalived his landlord and ate his corpse. You never really do know someone, huh? Food that tastes better burnt. Corn, shrimp, breakfast sausages, asparagus, marshmallows for s'mores, corned beef and hash, baked macaroni and cheese, Cheez-Its, octopus, bread, brownies, grilled cheese, pot stickers, baby, popcorn, Brussels sprouts, creme brulee, rice, chicken, carrots, and cheese. ChatGPT was supposed to destroy his business. However, business is still booming. An article was just released. It's about this service called Killer Papers. It's a tutoring and essay writing service. KP, the man behind this business, started it way back in high school, where he would write essays for his classmates. For $20 to $30 a piece, athletes and rich kids were having him write their papers. Everyone was happy and everyone stayed in good academic standing. However, he found himself in the principal's office a lot. So, to avoid any further trouble, he shut the business down. Fast forward 6 years, he graduates college and he couldn't stand the job he was in. So, he started this business. Fast forward another 6 years, and at the end of November 2022, he was doing 7 figures in annual revenue. Well, now with the rise of artificial intelligence and services like ChatGPT, people are wondering, how is this going to affect your business? There's no way you can stay in business. This is the end for you, buddy. And he was definitely worried. It was panic time. He had no idea what he was going to do, but he didn't back down. People on his Instagram were sending him DMs, mocking him, leaving comments. It was brutal, but he adapted. Instead of getting defensive, he made fun of himself on his own social media. People loved the honesty, and they began defending him. He then adjusted spending around his company. He was trying to save money everywhere. He then used AI himself. He used AI to assist with payroll and accounting, and it helped save time and money. All of this topped by the fact that universities and teachers were cracking down on AI-written essays. And just like that, for now, him and his business are back on track. There's so much more in the article. You can read it right here. Gotta respect the hustle.
তুমি পোশাক কখনই চেঞ্জ করে আইবা নালে কইলাম আমি তোমারে আমার লগে থাকতে দিমু না আইসা আলগা খানদানি রেওয়াজ দেখাই
তোমার কত বড় সাহস তুমি আমার মাথায় বাড়ি দিবা এই আমি কি করছি বাজান কি এইটা কাম করছে নি আপনার মতো হীরার টুকরা একটা পোলারে লাথি দিয়ে বাইর করে দিছে
দিমু একটা ঠুয়া আমি পারুম না এই বেটা এই আমগো খানদানে পূর্বপুরুষেরা
কি টিপে পড়লা
লাগলে হেরাও টিপা দিমু তুমি বরং আমার হাতটা ব্যথা করতেছে হাতটা টিপা দাও
আরে এখানে হান্দাবার লাগছস কে একটু ওদিকে নে না তোমার বিছানা আমি ভিজায়া দিছি গা
এটা তুমি কি করছো
কি করছি ঘুমাইবা না
তোমার পূর্বপুরুষের মাথায় কি সমস্যা ছিল আব্বা
আবার নাটকের পর কয় কি শুনছো ওই বেটা
আব্বা জান আপনার পোলারে এখন জিগান তো রুটি গরম না ঠান্ডা
বাপ রে বাপ শুনছো নি একেবারে ডর দেয় তো বলে খুশি খুশি করে কাটতো হইছে আপনার ডর আপনার পকেটে থুয়া দেন
খানদানটা আমার কত উচ্চা দেখতে হইব না
দেখতেছি তো উঁচা ভি আর লম্বা ভি
আমি চাইনি তোমার মন খারাপ হোক
এইটা এখন আমাকে বিশ্বাস করতে হবে তোমার ভাইয়ের যে একটা বন্ধু আছে না অয়ন ভাই উনি অনেক চালাক আছে অনেক স্মার্ট এই আপু 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 শুনো 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 তুমি রাগ করলা
তুমি যদি একটু পড়ো।
আপনাকে ঈদের শুভেচ্ছা।
ধন্যবাদ।
তোপো দাঁড়া।
মেয়েটা দেখছিস?
কোন মেয়েটা?
তোদের বাসার দোতলায় আসছে।
মা মোম দিয়ে যাও না। আরে আসতেছি রে বাবা। আপনার গান শুনে ছাদে আসলাম। আপনি গিটার বাজান বল।
কি দিল এটা? 100 টাকা? আমি তো চাইছিলাম। তোর মন খারাপ এটা তুই কি আসার আগেই জানতুই না আসার পর জানছস?
সাদা ওড়না, কপালে ছোট্ট একটা টিপ, রোদের আলো।
এদিকে আয়, তুই আয়। আরে
আজ বেলাতে তোমার সুরে সুরে।
এই বিকালে মাঠে আসবি তো? ফয়সাল আসছিল, ঈদের পরে কক্সবাজার যাওয়ার প্ল্যান করতেছে।
আমাকে সালাম করলে আমি দিতে পারি।
দেখা যাবে। Recent and interesting experience in this country. Bangladesh is land of rivers, so it's not. আপনি গতকাল রাতে আর্জেন্টিনাকে সাপোর্ট করছেন। আপনি না
তোমার জন্য।
জানেন আমার না উপহার দিতে খুব ভালো লাগে।
আর উপহার পেতে?
সেটা তো আরো ভালো লাগে।
যে বাচ্চাদের হাতে এর বেশি টাকা দেয়া যাবে না। তাছাড়া তোকে তো কয়েকদিন আগে গিটার কিনে দিল।
আচ্ছা শোন না, মন কি ভালো হয়েছে? গান সুন্দর তোমার।
ও আমি তো আগে গান শিখতাম। কেমন কেমন বোকা বোকা।
দেখ রূপা, আমার ভাইকে নিয়ে একটাও বাজে কথা বলবে না।
আপনাকে আরেকটা কার্ড দেখাই। এ দেখেন, সুন্দর না?
আমি 330 টাকা ম্যানেজ করছি, আরো 170 টাকা ম্যানেজ করতে আমার একদিন সময় লাগবে।
330 টাকা
আমার জন্য একটা নেন, আমিও 500 টাকা দিব।
নেবেন?
হ্যাঁ
ঠিক আছে, আমি তোরে বলতে পারি এইরকম মেয়ে আমাদের মহল্লায় নেই। আরে মহল্লা কি,
দেখি সিঙ্গাপুর থেকে আসে নাকি?
ইসলামপুর থেকেই আসে, কিন্তু জিনিসটা তো স্পেশাল এবং খরচও বেশি।
আমি ওদের নিচ থেকে দেখছিলাম, ছাদে আসছিল, বেগুনি রঙের একটা কামিজ পরা।
কাগজ টাগজ দিয়ে। এই তোর পড়াশোনা নাই? হ্যাঁ
মা
আরে এটা তো কমন জিনিস, আর্জেন্টিনা হারছে না, ও তো আর্জেন্টিনার সাপোর্টার।